What's up, everybody? It's me, Joey P. Joe Pizzapia, back with another waiver wire video here for our MLB channel at Fantasy Pros. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to Fantasy Pros MLB, the home of leading off 5 days a week where you can get your baseball on noon Eastern live right here on the channel. Don't forget to click that little bell ding for notifications as well. So there's some guys this week that should not be on the waiver wire. I want to dust them off and put them on your rosters. So here are the names I'm looking to add this week in Major League Baseball. Let's kick things off with Nate Lowe of the Texas Rangers, the first baseman who's rostered in just 55% of leagues. Can someone explain to me why that is? Because over the last 26 games, this guy's hitting .337 with 7 bombs and nearly 1,000 OPS over those 26 games. So for me, this is a guy to absolutely add. If you've been sitting around there with Eric Hosmer or somebody like that in your corner spot, why don't you run to pick up Nate Lowe? He's got 12 homers on the year and a .285 batting average on the season, plus 34 runs scored in 75 games. So Nate Lowe is certainly an upgrade in a lot of people's corner spots, so I think you should add him this week if he's still available in your leagues. Next up is Harold Ramirez of the Tampa Bay Rays, first base / outfielder, rostered in 20% of leagues. Now, this is more of a deep league ad, but at the same time, we've seen Harold Ramirez go on some streaks before. Now, he did sit earlier this week, but over his last 10 games there, he had hit .350 with .409 on base and a .500 slugging, a homer, 3 doubles, 8 runs, 5 ribbies, and a stolen base over his last 10 games. So my point is, Harold Ramirez is not a long-term solution, but if you've had some injuries in the outfield and you need somebody who could be a stopgap, he can be that guy, and there's a really good chance he's available for next to nothing. You could probably throw a few bucks on him and get him on your roster. Next up is an oldie but a goodie, Carlos Santana of the Seattle Mariners, first baseman, rostered in just 10% of leagues. Now, look, Carlos Santana is certainly not the player he used to be, but since he got dealt over to the Mariners, this guy started to show up a little bit. On the 5th of July, he reached base 5 times. You see the walk rate has always been solid, so in OBP formats, he can certainly help you. Over his last 6 games, he's got 5 walks and just 3 Ks, hitting .300 over that span. The power might not be where it was, but if you're looking for some help with OBP, you're looking for a guy to get on base, it looks like the move to Seattle's been a good one, at least so far, for Carlos Santana. So pick him up. Again, more of a stopgap than a long-term solution, but a guy that can help you at the corner spots or maybe utility over the next weeks to come as we head into the All-Star break. Next up is starting pitcher Dylan Bundy of the Minnesota Twins. Now, I recognize that it's been an up and down season for Dylan Bundy, but over his last 2 starts, he's gone 10 innings with 10 strikeouts, just 2 walks, a .92 whip, and a .278 ERA. So if you're looking for a spot starter in the weeks ahead leading up to the All-Star break, Dylan Bundy might be able to help you out there. Again, as long as the strikeout rate holds, the walks are a little lower, and the home runs are limited, Dylan Bundy can get you some W's, get you some possible quality starts here for a Minnesota Twins team that is still in the thick of things in the American League Central. Last but not least is Tanner Scott, relief pitcher for the Miami Marlins, rostered in roughly 50% of leagues right now. The Marlins' Tanner Scott just notched his 10th save this week, and since he's taken over that closer role for Miami, he's posted a .307 ERA, a 1.16 whip, a 23-8 K to walk ratio over 14 innings since the beginning of June, while converting 9 of 11 save chances and collecting a few wins along the way. Tanner Scott should absolutely be added in all roto formats, anything where you're counting saves. I don't care if it's the Marlins, because the Marlins have some pretty good starting pitching last time I checked, and they're getting save opportunities for Tanner Scott. So look to add him this week as well, wherever you can, and it looks like pretty much in half your leagues you might be able to. So those are the names that I'm looking to add this week in Major League Baseball. If you've got other names that can help other people, drop them down below in the YouTube comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Fantasy Pros MLB channel, to the home of our baseball of Fantasy Pros, and check out FantasyPros.com for all the great content we've got going on there. That'll do it for me, Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids.
Thanks for tuning in to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out our featured videos, and while you're at it, make sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at FantasyPros, so you can get the latest news and updates to give you the edge you need in your fantasy league.